Hello everyone, welcome to epicspeak, where I help you engage in better English conversation. In today's video, we are going to discuss the words still, yet, just, already, their functions and lots of examples. Now, even though they are very common, their usage is often unclear to many learners. So this lesson will help you understand and use these 4 common adverbs correctly. Let's get started. The words still, yet, already and just all relate to time in some way. Here's a little assignment for you. I want you to make a mini conversation, maybe 2 or 3 lines using each of these 4 words and put them in the comment section below. Let's talk about still and yet first. We use the word still to say that something has not finished. When we use the word still, we look to the past. We say that something has not finished, especially if we expected it to finish sooner. So when you say, I'm still working on it, look to the past. I started working in the past and I haven't finished it. I'm working on it now. So I'm still working on it. It is still raining. It started raining in the past and it has not stopped now. It is still raining. So we use still to say that something, an action, has not stopped or hasn't finished. We use yet to say that we expect something to happen, but it has not happened so far. We think it will in the future. So when we use yet, we look to the future. Yet is usually used in questions and negative sentences, not often with positive statements. So, I haven't decided anything yet, meaning I haven't decided anything, but looking at the future, I will in maybe an hour or maybe a day. Sam hasn't arrived yet. She's not here now, but I expect her to be here, maybe in 15 minutes or an hour. I expect her to be here. I expect the action to happen in the future. We use still in all kinds of sentences. Positive sentence, negative sentence, questions. For example, I still think about you. I thought about you in the past. I do it now. I still think about you. Are you still working for Microsoft? I know you worked for Microsoft in the past, but are you still working for Microsoft? Is it still true? Now, we only use yet in negatives and questions. For example, wait for me, I haven't finished yet. Right now, I haven't finished, but it will be over soon. Has your father arrived yet? I expect your father to be here. So, is he here yet? Remember that still looks to the past and yet looks to the future. So let's have one sentence using both still and yet. I still don't have a job, meaning I've been looking for a job in the past, but I don't have a job. In this example, we think of the situation as something that was negative and is still negative. I didn't have a job then, I don't have it now. But if you say, I don't have a job yet, you're looking at the future and you expect the situation to change, which means I don't have a job now, but I will have it maybe next month or next week. So in example 2, we think of the situation as something that was negative but will be positive. We are more optimistic and we hope that the situation will change. You can use yet as a response to a statement to indicate that there may be a change in the future. For example, if your friend says to you, you're not a professor, you can respond by saying yet, meaning, yes, I'm not a professor now, but 3 months or 6 months down the lane, I will get my PhD and I will be a professor. So I'm expecting the situation to change. If your friend says to you, she didn't call you back, this is a statement. You can respond by saying, yet, yes, she didn't call me back as of now, but maybe she will in the next hour or maybe tomorrow. So you use yet when you look to the future and expect there to be a change. Now in questions also, we look to the past when you use still, and we look to the future when you use yet. Still asks if a past action continues or not, and yet asks if something is true or if we must wait a little bit more. For example, is it still raining? It was raining in the past. Is it still continuing? Is the past rain continuing or not? But if you say, is it raining yet? You are asking if the action is true now. If not, you expect it to be true in the future. You expect it to rain. So, is it raining yet? Have you eaten yet? So, did you eat? If not, then I expect you to eat soon. Now, still and yet can be used with the exact same meaning when you use them as connectors. And when you use them as connectors, they are used to express contrast. For example, I believe you, yet I think you're exaggerating. Or, I believe you, still I think you're exaggerating. In these two examples, yet and still, they both express contrast to the previous sentence.
Hey Dia, what are your plans for the weekend?
I haven't decided anything yet. Why?
I thought we could go to a movie, if you are interested.
Sure. Which one?
I was thinking, The Lost City.
I already watched it last week.
Oh, too bad. How about Batman?
Yeah. Sure. By the way, have you finished the project report yet?
No, I am still working on it. I'll get it done today.
Okay. Hey Sia. What time is the movie?
It's at 4 o'clock.
Let's meet at 3 and grab something to eat.
Oh. I already ate. I am completely full.
Never mind, you could just gimme company.
Actually, I just received an email from the boss asking me to send the project report and I haven't finished it yet.
Are you still working on it? I thought you were done.
Yeah, just need 20 minutes to go over it. Why don't you go ahead and eat? I'll see you at 4.
Alright then. See you there.
Now let's talk about just and already. We use just to say that an action has happened very recently or a short time ago. If you hear a speaker say, I just read this book, the speaker means that he read the book a very short time ago. Now, how long is a very short time, or how short is a very short time? That depends on the situation. Imagine that you have been going to college for 3 years and graduated 2 weeks ago. If a friend asks you what's new in your life, you can say, I just graduated from college. Now, 2 weeks is a relatively short period of time when compared to 3 years. If you're 25 years old and got married 3 months ago, you can say, I just got married. Here, 3 months is a short period of time compared to 25 years of your life. So you can say, I just got married. So the idea that something happened recently or a short period ago often depends on the length of the action. Now we use already differently than we use just. Already is used to say that an action happened earlier or sooner than expected. For example, if a father says to his kids, finish your homework and I'll take you to the park. The kids jump up and say, we already finished it. The father didn't expect their homework to be finished so early, and the kids finished it earlier than the father has expected. So already is used when an action is done earlier or sooner than expected. Sia did not expect Dia to have her lunch so soon, but Dia did have her lunch earlier than Sia expected. So she said, I already had lunch. She did not use just here because we don't know how soon or how short time ago she had her lunch. She just is saying that it already happened. It happened earlier than her friend expected. So, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please click the like button and share it with your friends so that it can reach more people. Thank you so much for watching.